Gary, I cannot explain what a pleasure it is to be sitting here with you uh, in your home. Thank you so much for inviting me here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fun to stay home.
It's not bad. You got a great view here. It's cozy. I like it. We are here from Vancouver area.
I filmed there about 3 years ago. Maybe four. I don't know. It was quite a while.
You were doing a movie called Candyland. Where did the script catch your eye and make you think, you know what, I want to be a part of this?
The script didn't do anything. It was a very interesting story. I was trying to imagine. I was doing my best to imagine the visual of what the movie would give, and it went all different directions. It was like a spider web. The script was. And I didn't have anything else going at that time. I was free, so I went up to meet Rusty Nixon, the director, the writer, the editor of the movie, Candyland. And we had a talk inside his little trailer inside the sound studio or a warehouse. And I told him I had the idea come to me automatically. I wanted to play the father. I'm playing a father. I have a son who's going downhill. I'm trying to save my son. Sounds like America. It sounds like the world. Anyway, what happened was I decided to play my character as a former Marine,
Okay.
Semper Fi. I have such respect for the Marine Corps, man. And I have well, I won't tell what I have, but what I have is my heart. It was given to me, the honesty of the Marine Corps. So we went to work, and it was so simple. It was nothing but casual camaraderie, ease, and no pressure on the set. That's called a comfort zone when you have that. All those people around you supporting you and looking to you what to do, and you're looking at them and what to do, and together you get together, and what you're looking at to do, you do automatically without looking, and it's called no visual aspect in terms of what you're doing in the face of the camera. You are you. You are not anyone else, because acting is the absence of acting. It's believing in the truth of the moment you're creating from your heart right then.
And I've been told by some of the cast and crew that you're such a person that gets so into the role and they learn so much from you on set. How can you explain the way you are on set as opposed to how you are sitting right here, right now?
There's no difference. One is a job opportunity that has requirements, measurements, and identifications. And I build a backstory about my character. For instance, a movie years ago, 1987, Lethal Weapon with Mel Gibson. I played a man named Mr. Joshua, who was a mercenary and a soldier of fortune and persona non grata in some countries because of his dealings with black market heroin in the movie Lethal Weapon. You have the character wrap around you, and your heart comes to the character, and you're not acting. There's no acting required. And Mr. Joshua, his backstory was he would walk through his grandmother's blood to get a postage stamp and never look at her.
Wow.
That's cold.
That's very cool. That's gives you the chills.
But Candyland, we don't want to forget this movie, Candyland. What we've said here in this interview and however they edit it, it's going to be enough for you to got to see Candyland. No, you don't have to, but it'll
It's a good idea too.
it's a fun dating movie. Maybe not. I'm not sure on that, even though I've seen it. So, Candyland, Candyland. What an interesting title Rusty chose. Candyland. It has visions of so many other things.
It's a bit of a horror movie, right?
No, 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 no. It's a father and son conflict. It's not horror. Some people might call it horror that are very vulnerable and scared of themselves and are scared of themselves inside a lonely room. When you get in a lonely room, that's the best place to be because you're safe. You're with you.
With Candyland, with working with people like Rusty Nixon, how do you go onto a set and think, okay, I'm going to listen to you, you're going to listen to me?
No, that's not happening. That never happens. I've been doing this 47 years. You don't go on like that. You go on free, not thinking, like a fresh piece of clay that needs to be sculptured. That's how you do it. You give, you don't take.
I really like that. Not a lot of people have that mentality in this world.
It's through the experiences I've had while working in this I've been blessed with this business. It's really beautiful. Thank you, God. It's a good one. Yeah, all businesses are good, you know. Don't get me wrong. You have to love what you're doing so that that will love you. And before you can love anyone else, you have to love yourself. Candyland, I was dealing with a son who didn't love me, who didn't love himself. And the actor, James Clayton, who did the part, he loses 60 pounds during the filming of this, and he shaves his head on the screen. That's just two little tips of, oh, I didn't expect that, and one at the end you'll never expect. And it's going to be good to see it. Go lose yourself in the darkness and play like you're in Candyland.
Gary, you've had such a career that seems like it will never perish.
Well put.
Thank you. You do. You have so many titles on your resume, let's call it. But it's everything from movies to TV. You talked a little bit about the British version of Big
It's
Brother.
not my resume.
What do you call it?
My hospital chart. And that's true. You're doing good. Keep it up.
You also do voiceover work.
Yeah.
What's the best part about that?
One thing is there's a friend of mine named Smeck, and I'm very well educated, and I can tell you how many light bulbs are on one Ferris wheel while it's moving. Isn't it funny?
Gary, can I ask you what made
Please,
you?
ask me something I can answer. You're tough. It's
What?
like a massage with sandpaper. Welcome to Canada.
What made you decide to get into film?
I didn't decide.
It picked you?
It picked me. What I did was I was 6 years old, and my mother took me to see a movie, Cecil B. DeMille's movie, Samson and Delilah, with Vic Mature and Hedy Lamarr. I was 6, and I said, Mom, where'd all the people go when the movie was over? And she said, well, this audience, our audience goes out, and another audience comes in to see the picture show. And I said, no, those people in the picture show, where do they go? And Mom said, well, they go off and they make another picture show for us to come see. And I said, that's what I want to do. And she said, you want to be in the picture show? And I said, no, I want to tell stories with light. That was a 6-year-old interpretation of what he had just seen.
That's amazing.
That's how it happened. And the reason it happens that way, and it can happen that way for everybody, everybody. If you just release the freedom and have faith in yourself. And don't distract yourself with negativity in any way. And I'm talking about how the father was talking to his son, but not with that dialogue.
When negativity came into your life and you had to deal with it, obviously you're a very positive person. How did you turn it around to make it work for you?
Automatic. It's a natural gift. Natural gift at birth. Yeah. That's just the way I am. When my father raised me, my mother raised me. My father was quarter Indian. He was. My grandmother was a half-blood Delaware, Lenape. So I grew up with Indian family, and I'm Native American inside, and so proud of that.
Of all the work that you've done, is there any that sticks out as your absolute favorite?
Oh yeah, that's the Oscar nomination, Buddy Holly story, where I sang the songs and played the guitar for real. Yeah. And that one, Star is Born with Barbara, Lethal Weapon with Mel, Under Siege with Tommy Lee Jones, The Firm with Tom Cruise, Barbarossa with Willie Nelson. Wow.
You've had quite the career.
Time it does have, yeah. I'm just thinking to myself. I'm not bragging or promoting myself. I'm just in wonderment. It's a blessing and it's a miracle. And thank you. That was wrong.
I believe socks tell a lot about a person's personality,
Yeah.
and I want to know what type of socks Gary Busey wears.
All kinds.
All kinds?
Yeah, I got most of mine from 157 movies and wardrobe. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I like socks that have a thickness to it and athletic sport to it, and I like the thin socks too. You can wear with boots, and the socks are really good. It's what the sock feels like on your feet, on your foot. It's what the sock feels like on your foot that makes the sock work for the foot.
It sets your whole day up.
It's a combination of measurement and feeling from the textures that come from the sock cloth to the skin skin.
You get me.
About time.
Thank you so much for your
You're
time,
welcome.
Gary. I really appreciate it.
You're doing great. As a fact, I'm having fun doing this with you.
Oh, I'm happy to hear
It's about time.
that.
Don't forget to see Candyland.